Hello, welcome back to Costs and Management Accounting class. And today we'll be talking about cost accounting system and cost sheet preparation. Cost accounting system and cost sheet preparation. And we will look at the cost accounting system, an overview of it briefly. We'll also look at the cost accounting record component of cost sheet, and then we will look at the preparation of the cost sheet with practical example. What is cost accounting system? It is actually a structured framework to estimate, record, accumulate, and report the cost of products, services, and activities. And let's just bring about this analogy. I call it the kitchen analogy. And when we talk about the raw material, it's actually ingredients. The raw material that organizations need, they are the ingredients, and the managers are the chef, while the cost accounting system is actually the organized kitchen with the recipes, labeled container, and workflow. It encompasses all that is needed in an organization. And the key purpose of this is to transform raw financial data into structured, meaningful cost intelligence for decision-making purposes. We have types of cost accounting system, and this is the non-integrated or cost ledger system. We also have the integrated or integral system. Looking at the non-integrated cost ledger system, it is actually a system of accounting under which is maintained separately. It maintains separate ledger for costs and financial accounts. So it's a system of accounts under which maintained separate ledger for cost and financial accounts, and it is used as a cost control account to link the financials, and it is flexible for cost departments and specific needs, and it is ideal for large traditional manufacturers. For the integrated system, it is a system of accounts which is maintained by a single unified ledger. It actually entails a single unified ledger for all accounting, and it has no separate cost ledger or cost control account, and it is highly efficient, no duplication of work, and it's a standard in modern ERP system such as the SAP or Oracle. What are the essential cost accounting records? A robust cost accounting system relies on a series of source documents that initiate the recording process, and these documents provide the evidence and details for every cost transaction. And for material, the essential cost accounting records are the purchase requisition, and this is an internal request should buy. Also, there is the material requisition note, and it is used to issue material to production in terms of charges direct material cost. And we also have the store ledger, which is used to track quantity and value of stock. For labor, we have accounting record like the job time card, which records time on a specific job. It also encapsulates the clock card, which records total attendance for payroll. And as per the overhead, there is an essential record for cost accounting is actually the overhead analysis sheet, and which allocates overhead to cost center. And this the documents ensure every cost is authorized, recorded, and traced, creating an auditable trail. Looking at cost sheet, what is cost sheet? It is actually a detailed statement that systematically analyzes the various elements of cost which are incurred to produce a given volume of output, and it tells a story of a product cost journey, how it actually come through the cost of a thing, how it actually comes through. It tells the story of a product's cost journey. And the purpose of cost sheet is to ascertain total and per unit cost, also to determine selling price, to also control cost by comparing periods, also to support decisions, and lastly to prepare tender and quotations. Let's look at the cost sheet and the anatomy, the components, core components. The first one is the prime cost, and to calculate the prime cost is actually a direct material plus direct labor plus direct expenses. And we also have the factory or work cost, and this is the prime cost plus factory overhead. That is also the cost of production, which is the factory cost plus office and admin overhead. You have the total cost, which is also the cost of sales, which can be calculated using cost of production plus selling and distribution overhead. And we have the profit or loss, and this is the sales minus the total cost. And from what we actually just said now, you see that it's just a sequence following each other, and this is shown in the following cost sheet that you see in the example of cost sheet that is being shown now. You see that from the direct material is added to the direct labor, and it's when it's added, we have the prime cost. And after having the prime cost, we are able to go forward to add the factory overhead. And after we had the factory overhead, it results in the factory cost. It results in factory cost. And when we calculate adding the office overhead, it led to cost of production, and then we added the selling and distribution overhead. So after adding the selling and distribution overhead to the cost of production, we have the total cost. And with that, we are able to deduce the profit when the sales is deducted from the total cost. That's the profit. And then the profit is equal to the sales minus the total cost, just like I said. And this format clearly shows how each cost layer contributes to the final profit. Using cost sheet for tender and quotations. A historical cost sheet is the basis for pricing new job, and the tender process are shown as you analyze historical cost data from a similar job, and after that you adjust for current market condition, example plus 10% for material cost inflation, and then you prepare a pro forma, which is an estimated cost sheet for the new job, and you also add the desired profit margin to the total estimated cost. And an example is if estimated total cost is equal to 129,400 and the desired profit is actually 20% of selling price. So the cost is actually 80% of price. And with that, you have to get the tender price, it's actually 129,400 divided by 0.80, which is the 80%. And it gives the tender price to be 161,750 naira. And in conclusion, the cost accounting system which talks about the non-integrated and integrated, is the essential framework for generating cost data. And source documents like the requisition notes, time card, and some others, just like we've seen, provide the auditable trail for all costs. The cost sheet is a powerful tool that systematically constructs a product total cost layer by layer, and mastering the cost sheet allows for one, accurate product costing and inventory valuation, also effective cost control and profitability analysis, and lastly, informed decision making and strategic pricing tenders. Thank you for listening.